Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180!
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
And he powers his way up past the 30. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Hassan Reddick. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
That's taken it around the 40. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
12. Took right. Run left.
33. It's us, ball. It's our field.
Check.
Watch the safety.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On first down, Turner. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Tighten up. Undercross.
Good job right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Don't let him breathe.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Joker, joker, joker.
On third down, Turner. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from...
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And an alley to run. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Hey, alert.
I don't think you got it, son.
Good guys, 4 down.
He's checking crack.
95. Hey, alert. Nice.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
Hey, 0.
Check 37.
They'll run on first down. It's Turner. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You got
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Mike check 33. It's our time. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike. I got you.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Philadelphia.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to fire. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7.
14. Falcons 7. Jake Elliott to kick off 4th.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. On 2nd down, it's Turner. 7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. Turner. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Screen 80.
Twist.
12.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Move the team.
Strip that ball.
SOS.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Hey, let's get this.
On 3rd down, Wilson trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Go. 280.
44. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing wrong football.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
20.
He's brought down by John. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 30.
On 2nd and 2, Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check Mike 33. Hey, we got to get this stop.
To throw is Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Hey.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. He's at the 40. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They run it here with Gordon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Go. 180!
Coming this way. Here we go.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Elliott puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10.
Mike, check 33. Hey, watch the screen.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. And a Eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Check.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Wilson. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the side.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Curtis Samuel, 97 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Double count right here, double count.
Now Wilson to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack. The campaign. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Wilson dancing to his left. Able to find Turner. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Got it.
And check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Come on. Slams.
19.
Check. Fresno. Hatchet.
Tempo. Nice.
Wilson operating from the gun. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Switch. For Tokyo.
Here's Wentz to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
82.
Wentz now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Flushed out right. Getting this into the hands of Turner. The end result, 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles. Indianapolis, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Second and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Done. 180.
44. I'm coming for you. You mine.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
36 power.
From the gun, Wilson steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Check.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Check.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Bang out. Bam.
Check 33. Heavy. It's a run. They're running it. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Let's go. Mike, check 33.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
Just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Now he'll pull it down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. On first down, Turner. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Check three. Hey.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Wilson. Buying time. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Watch the ship. Good guys, 4 down.
Watch the ship.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
Yeah, I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
You better be afraid. 5'9". 44, 45.
Throwing his Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jannard Avery in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing now is Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2.
One left.
In the face.
Go.
Banjo.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz, and the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott now to add the extra point. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Who's that?
Go 14.
Show me that. Kill. Check 31. Check
40.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Wilson now. Throwing again. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Blue down.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now it's Wilson, forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 44 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Go. Mike, check 33.
They'll run on 1st down. It's turned. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Right
there, 55. Here we go.
Alert.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. On 2nd down now. It's Turner. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Here's Wilson on third down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Wentz to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
44 check. Here we go. Check it backer. Say. Smooth. Great 15.
On third and long, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. On first down, Wilson. That's complete to Turner. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10.
Mike, check 33.
Now Wilson going to throw again. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 12. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 68 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Eagles 53, Falcons 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Eagles, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.